This video is produced in collaboration with New Westminster School District.
Hey Darren, what are you doing?
Hey Sam, it's kind of tricky.
It can't be rocket science.
Actually, it is.
Oh, we're coming for you. Got some learning to do. No, we don't know Kung Fu, cause we're science ninjas. Woo! Scientists!
What do you mean rocket science?
Well, we're going to teach your kids physics and chemistry by showing them how to make baking soda and vinegar bottle rockets.
Bottle rockets? That sounds pretty explosive.
It is, but it's pretty awesome. Your kids are going to love this.
So how much does it take to prep this demo?
Well, as a demo, it's fairly easy because all you need is vinegar and baking soda and some household goods. However, as a class experiment, this has a lot of prep because of the sheer volume of materials required. If you are planning, for example, for a class of 25 kids, you'll need at least 15 bottles or so and a lot of vinegar and baking soda.
How safe is this demo?
Very safe. Vinegar will be sprayed on you at some point, so the likelihood of you smelling like a pickle is very high. Vinegar in the eyes is not fun and not comfortable, but it won't cause any lasting damage. Goggles will solve a lot of your problems, as well as a change of fresh clothes. Maybe a rain jacket if you got it.
How will the kids react to this?
They will love it. Their response will be just as high as the 30 to 50 feet high rockets that you're going to be launching with them. And even when things don't go as planned, the anticipation alone is going to keep things really spicy.
To launch one rocket, you will need a 2-liter plastic pop bottle, some baking soda and vinegar, a spoon and a funnel, 8.5 by 11-inch paper cut into quarters, masking tape, and a number 3 or number 4 sized rubber stopper. Something to hold your rocket to launch it, like a pencil holder, or a cup, or a glass container, or a ring stand. A tray to hold everything in and carry it on outside, and a beaker that can hold at least 300 milliliters of liquid.
Before going outside, it's best to prepare the following steps indoors for easy launching. All right, Sam, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll that tall-wise. Yep. Awesome. Give it a good roll. Okay, then you're gonna grab that. Thank you very much. And we're gonna put it in the center here. So our first one, we're gonna put it right over there. So you're gonna get 3 pieces of short tape and 1 long piece. Yep.
I like the idea of me doing this though.
Thank you. So that's 1. That's 2. So first, like that is sliding, and then the 4th one, very, very key. Insert the stopper into one end of the tube, and using a long piece of tape, wrap around both the tube and the stopper. A majority of the tape should be on the paper tube, not the stopper. Covering too much of the stopper will prevent you from achieving a good seal on your bottle. Okay, so Sam, now we're going to fill these ones up with a little bit of baking soda. Okay, so you're going to get your funnel. Very cool. And we're going to get a spoon. And we're going to fill approximately 35 grams. Woo! When adding the baking soda, ensure the tube is not entirely full. This way, the baking soda will not spill out of the tube when you're inserting it into the bottle.
It's time for
Safety Suit Up! That was easy.
And we got new jackets.
Spiffy.
Fill your bottle with approximately 300 milliliters of vinegar. If you don't have a measurement tool, then you can still measure using approximately this little line on the pop bottle that most pop bottles have.
So the key to the setup of this baking soda rocket is we want to get all these chemicals, these reactants, in the bottle, but without mixing them just yet. So you're going to get your rocket tube here, which is filled with baking soda, approximately 35 grams, and you have your vinegar bottle. You're going to tilt your vinegar bottle on the side, preferably on something nice and dry and flat, and then this is where you got to be super careful. You're going to carefully get your tube of baking soda, and provided you made your tube just right, it's going to slide it in. And notice that I am not trying to mix the baking soda and vinegar yet. I'm just trying to get the baking soda in the same place as the vinegar. Next step, that little black rubber cork, or if you don't have one, a wine bottle stopper stopped up with some duct tape. You're going to twist it as tight as you can. I recommend a number 3 rubber stopper, fits perfect. So you're going to twist and push, and then carefully lift it up upside down.
To bring the bottle to the launch site, carry it upside down with a firm pressure on the stopper. Make sure the ingredients do not mix yet.
Okay, Sam, you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to tip it, make sure all the white powder hits the liquid. If you want, give it a very quick shake. Put it on here, make sure it's straight up, and then get away as quickly as possible. We have neutralization in action. You ready?
Ready.
Okay, you got this. Get all that white, now move back! That's good. Whoa, you got it though! It surprised us. Way to go. That was awesome. That was so good. And now, Science Ninjas, it's time to launch some rockets. Woo, mama! Look at that one go!
So if you don't have a tall, cool metal thing, you can also use a little Starbucks cup, and that should also do the trick.
We're gonna do one more launch, but instead of our other launchers, we're gonna just use an IKEA cup and see if it works, okay? So, give it a shake. Oh no, Sam, we have the same challenge again. Don't know if this is gonna explode or not.
I think it's gonna be fine.
Oh, it looks like it's working just fine. Gonna give it a little puff. Oh, look at that. So, when vinegar, which is acetic acid, mixes with baking soda, which is a base, it produces the salt, sodium chloride, and CO2, gas, and water, which is the stuff you're seeing coming out. We had a cloud in the bottle. Isn't rocket science amazing?
Oh my gosh, that was so fun.
It was pretty explosive.
What if we used like 3 times the amount of vinegar and like twice as much baking soda?
I'm glad you asked that, because every good science ninja asks questions like that. What do you know? Well, let's find out. 3 times the vinegar, twice the amount of baking soda. So I really don't know what's gonna happen here. But this is being a science ninja. We ask the questions.
Yeah.
We embrace the unknown. We get totally covered in pickle juice. Oh my gosh. Sam, I'm actually really, really worried here. I have no idea what's gonna happen, but let's find out. Tell my wife I love her. Here we go. Oh, I didn't shake it enough. Oh my God.
I don't even want to get close to it. It's
but
foaming,
do you see how it's really, really foaming? But it's really, really heavy, Sam. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. Oh, we have a dud.
This happened last time. The bubbles went down, but the pressure kept building.
Yeah, you're right. But you notice we haven't dumped all the white powder. Now this is actually science in action, where we have to figure out how to make it work, right? Things don't always work the first time, and science ninja teachers out there, get used to this. You are gonna be the rocket recovery person. So, wait, Sam, you're gonna cover it up
well,
so that it doesn't explode on you. Okay, really shake it, really shake it. Yeah, okay, there we go. This is so tense. So you take it out, you hold it. Okay, now there's a very good chance this is gonna explode on me. This is why these rings don't work so great, sometimes. Okay. That's your answer, science ninjas. You might just smell like pickles for a little bit. Oh, Sam.
I didn't think it was gonna go.
Oh, it went.
It totally went. Ooh.
So, as I conclude this section of your question, be careful the answers that you want to answer. And on a more scientific reason, so here we have the dilemma of every Rocketeer. We have too much vinegar, too much baking soda. That also means more weight and more reactivity, which may not create the results that you want. So sometimes, as in our case, less is more. That doesn't mean you can't have fun testing it out. So Sam,
We're out here.
pretty successful rocket launch, right? But you can see it can be a very messy rocket launch.
Yeah.
So you're a teacher of very active middle schoolers. How would you set this up so that they would stay safe, engaged, and dry?
I love classroom management. Okay, so I would set up different zones.
Okay.
So the kids know where they need to be when they're doing things.
Yep.
We have our launch zone.
So right here.
Yeah. Then we'd have a two or three viewing zones.
Okay, so why don't you show me, I'm your student, where could I view this amazing rocket launch?
Viewing zones, there.
How about here?
There.
Okay, what makes here really good?
It's about as far away as it need to be to stay dry. And also, how about there?
Like here?
Yes.
So another 3 or 4 meters away from the launch site as well?
And then we'd also need a preparation site. So that can be somewhere on a flat surface like there.
Here?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, I like it. So this is super flat, it's dry, and I guess on a rainy day, how about here? Ooh, and you got some nice echo sound effects.
That is so fun. But what can I teach my kids with this?
Well, you can teach your kids about the difference between physical and chemical changes, especially if they're in the younger grades.
Ah, right. So when we mix the baking soda and the vinegar, we're taking one thing, mixing it with another thing, and making a new thing.
And let me show you. So what we're doing here is we're getting this base, which is sodium bicarbonate, mixing it with this weak acid. We know it as vinegar, but chemists know it as acetic acid. And look, we're producing a new substance. This new substance is carbon dioxide gas and sodium acetate. But the thing we really like is that gas, because that gas is what's making our rocket go high into the air.
Okay, how does it go high into the air?
Well, now we're getting into some physics. So the pressure of the CO2 is pushing against the walls of that bottle, and then it's pushing all that liquid out rapidly, and that creates thrust. So whether you are dealing with a SpaceX rocket, which deals with much more dangerous and explosive chemicals, or simply baking soda and vinegar, it's all about creating pressure, which translates into thrust, which is downward pressure on the ground. And so now we're going into physics.
Oh, thrust, that's so cool. What other physics can we learn from this?
Well, before we answer that question, I got a question for you back. What's the difference between an explosion and our really, really cool rocket?
Oh, well, an explosion goes like, and a rocket goes like.
You nailed it with sound. It's direction. So the difference between an explosion and a rocket is simply direction. So a rocket is a controlled explosion where the direction of the force is downward, which is what we want because we want to go skyward eventually. But there's a whole lot of other cool things that your students can learn by making these rockets. Specifically in physics, we can be talking about types of energy and energy transformations. So for example, all the stored chemical energy is being converted to kinetic energy, or the energy of motion. And we also, if we really want to go deep into physics, we can trick these bottles out. Right now, this bottle, it flies, but not particularly well. It's actually really amazing we can get this so high. But if you notice in our video footage, it was flying sideways and everywhere.
Right.
So if we wanted to go really deep with the physics, you could get your kids to, how could we change the shape of this rocket so it would fly more straight?
Probably make it look like, because rockets have like a pointy bit and like these little wings.
That's exactly it. So it's simply a cone to add weight and then some fins to give stability. You add those things, you really got a rocket. Well, Sam, that was a lot of messy fun.
That was a bit of explosive fun, that's for sure.
Sure was. And if you found this really fun and useful for your science lessons, Consider sharing this with another science teacher and help them become a science ninja too.
And if you want to find more videos, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss another one.
And we'll see you on the next episode of Science Ninja. Till then,
We're blasting off again!
Team Rocket, go! Rocket science for life!
Oh, we're coming for you. Got some learning to do. No, we don't know Kung Fu, 'cause we're science ninjas. Woo!